Okay, playing some more. How many dudes? Gonna be playing some more tier 3, I guess. Hopefully this run's a little different than the runs I've been having. A lot of them have just been like cave dudes with medical license, like one extra healer, and so I didn't like any tank and support, and then like works out pretty well. Yeah, said before, medical license is just broken. I think you need it like every run pretty much. Finance dude, cave dude, ranger dude. Just mentioned every run had a cave dude pretty much. Do we take him anyway? Like no variety. Could have started out with a healer anyway. I think that's my way of coping and not just taking cave dude right off the bat, but medic dude, like the worst healer. Kinda just stinks, right? Like a knight dude or a druid dude. We don't like be sad to take either of these guys. Knight dude's like one of the best tanks, I think, because he's just very tanky, taunts, and then he provides utility to the team with his greaves because he just gets toughness for everyone. So I think I'm gonna take him. All right, this is the rock I'm talking about. This is very helpful. Like eventually 10% toughness for the whole team is pretty good. The second part of this won't really do anything for a while. I mean, we could like work into it, get some people to give temporary health, but maybe suddenly agent's looking a little more appealing. The agent is like, it's like a mediocre dude, I think. Cowboy, electrician, assassin. Would still like a healer. Healers early stop you from like bleeding out and using a bunch of consumables. All three of these are takeable though. Provide like a bit of utility and some damage, but same with these three, except like Mummy I'm not a big fan of. So I think Vampire, Spartan. I think a Vampire maybe? Like a decent portion of my runs have had Vampires as well. It's kind of like a decent off healer. I like an actual healer. I'm looking for like Ghost, Jeff, maybe like Quantum. We're getting pretty lucky on the dice. Was this like a 3 or 4 rerolls at least, and we haven't used any dice yet. Mutant is not one I mentioned, but I think he's good enough to take. Alright. Oh, you're at the gym? Nice. It's going well. Yeah, just chill day. Didn't sleep with... Oh, you passed your test. Nice. I know you, you mentioned in your stream title of your last stream that you failed your test. So there's no like, there's no window where, to take the test again. So you could just take it again immediately. Yeah, I got 135, I think I mentioned it last stream you were in here. It was, yeah, last stream, the first run, I got 135. It's pretty nice. Battle Center, Karen sheet. This is pretty good. This is, like, not that great, but I don't really want to re-roll. We'll take it. Yeah, you, commented, you said, if I got the 135, it must have been a very good run. I showed you the team, yeah, I showed you the team I, ran to get it. Take it multiple times a day if you need, but the first time it was too late to start test again. I must be getting old, yeah. No, my PB was 128, and then I had 135, and I had like nothing in between there. So. Let's see, we got Knight, Mutant, Cowboy, Farmer, Dentist. Don't really need the Farmer. Knight's our tank, I guess. And Dentist is like some nice off heals and damage reduction. I think it's worth taking. And at that point we're good on like tanking and healing. We need some actual damage on the team. So if you pass the test, does that mean you're good to go, or is there like or are there any more tests or anything? Let's go with mutant, sure. Fairy ring, growth hormone. I don't think we're doing the Odang button. This is pretty good in the long run, right? Because we'll just grab like every strange spore we see from here on out. This is definitely not bad, but I think this is just too good. I love Fairy Ring and I love Pumpkin Latte. Strange spores and health buffers go crazy with those two rocks. Vampire, I just mentioned we're good on healing, so I don't think we need Vampire. Medic, terrible healer. We got Dentist and Mutant anyway. Ranger's not my favorite damage dealer. We still have 12 dice, so yeah, just reroll this. Viking, Druid, Mummy. No way we're taking the Mummy. Mummy is one of like the 5 or 6 dudes that just won't take on tier 3 pretty much. I think he just kind of dies and he doesn't do enough damage before he dies to really be worth it, I think. Viking, Druid. I don't really want with Druid too much. I think I'm going to just pay to take the class for CDL. I tried to apply to places that covered up front. But not sure if they would hire anyways. Oh, okay. Do we take a Druid here? How long is this whole process going to take? Like, are you going to be able to start working again soon? That'd be my concern. Because you're like in between jobs right now. Tuition reimbursement, it's almost 9k. Ooh, okay. Both these guys are solid, I think. Go with the Druid, I think. Only smile, you versatile carrots, I don't really care for those. Brass Knuckles, Blade Talisman. Blade Talisman is very good in the long run. Don't have that much heals going on right now, just take a Brass Knuckles. 12-day course, and then they set up your driving test for days after. Okay, so it doesn't take too long. How do you feel about this team, or do you think it's hard to tell in the early stages? I'm feeling like we're just like okay. Mutant's not my favorite healer. Dentist is pretty good. He's probably one of the better dudes in the game. Druid is solid, and Knight's one of the better tanks. So it's like maybe a little above average this team competition. It'll depend on who we get for the 5th one. And it'll depend a little bit on the trinkets we get. The trinkets are like the stuff we get from the bosses. Right, because we really need like friendship bracelet for this guy by the end of the run. Otherwise, he just keeps dying, and then we kind of just fall apart. And we need like a medical license on this Druid, or like a medical license on the better damage dealer, hopefully. Cave Dude or Viking maybe. So it's looking all right. There's just a few pieces we need to get together. It's got this run's got some wheels already, which is good. All 3 of these are good, really. Link Finger. I think we got the Plasmid. Like a bunch of extra foofballs. He is still our main healer for now. This isn't really healing at all. But he's healing a little bit with the retainer, but can you only have one healer, or is that up to you? Probably not optimal. Can you replace dudes, or stuck with the ones you pick? As soon as you pick 5 dudes, you're stuck with those 5 dudes for the rest of the run. But the amount of combos of 5 dudes you can have, because there's like 42, I believe, is pretty good amount of combos. Like I don't think I've repeated too many times. Probably have repeated a few times just because I tend to gravitate towards certain dudes. So, like, certain teams were like a dentist and a tank and a cave dude, like that's pretty common for me. But yeah, there's a lot of combos you can have, but you are stuck with the 5 you pick as soon as you get that. Some people don't like that. They're like talking about on forums, some people, but one people swap out dudes for other dude types. I think that would get really complicated and probably wouldn't work out that well because you're like gathering relics for them the whole time, right? So how exactly would that work? As far as having the one healer thing, you can have like any combo of dudes you want. I just tend to have like a healer and like an off healer, and then like a tank. Probably gotta go cave dude here. This is looking like every other one I have, pretty much. Healer, tank, cave dude, dentist. Now if we get the medical license, that's kind of the problem. Is like there's just a few things that are just too strong right now that you just like. You get cave dude with medical license, you're pretty much good. Like that. Cheaper reroll, sure. Okay, here's the first boss. Bear Hug. This is solid, right? Provides attack power and toughness to teammates. I assume it does himself as well. If nearby dudes should count himself, I imagine. We'll pick this up. Pick up a Ball Lightning? Now let's reroll. And I didn't get like a Strange Spore, so let's just get out of here. There's 78 bees. About 97. 120, so 131 is the highest number I saw, so let's do that. It's like half the bees gone. Yeah, it's 1 meteor. Dealt with that boss. Bees are really easy if you have like a meteor, right? Because you can take out near like half of them most of the time. Mana Collector, Heart Boxers. We already have the loyalty card, so the Heart Boxers not really needed. Mana Collector, Mobius Strip. Mobius Strip is just good to get early. Like not consuming consumables sometimes just adds up over time. Mana Collector is a really good rug though, in my opinion. This is just add up over time. So this is the part I was talking about. This is like probably just as important as where are those little enemies? Bees, yeah. They've killed me once or twice in the past. I was not expecting like a couple hundred bees to be a problem, but they can't be cleaved. So you kind of have to punch like one at a time. So if you don't like use a meteor or Ball Lightning, they can kind of just like swarm one dude at a time and take him out. That's when I first started playing. I died a couple times to them. Then I adjusted, started using some stuff to beat them. So these 3... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The trinkets are very important too. Like these 3 are not really helping very much. Maybe we reroll here. Here's a Friendship Bracelet. So Friendship Bracelet just like revives the dude on a 2-second cooldown. He equalizes his health with the highest health teammate, which will tend to be the Knight. Like how you call them relics? I think they're called relics actually. Aren't they? Rerolls to relics and trinkets found in stashes. Yeah, relics are relics and trinkets. These are called trinkets. These the like boss rewards, but these on the right are called relics. It's not just because I played a lot of Slay Spire that I'm calling them relics. No, just these are trinkets. They're like specifically from killing bosses. And you can only attach one to a dude. So they use a different term for these. Yeah. Go friendship praise on the dentist. Not gonna do much for now, but yeah, as I was mentioning, this equalizes HP with the highest HP teammate when he dies. The thing that's epic about this thing is it has a 2-second cooldown. So you're basically immortal with the person you put this on, as long as they don't die twice within 2 seconds. Which, dentists are squishy enough, they do sometimes die the second time within 2 seconds, but yeah, hopefully we get some stuff to counter that. I don't usually worry about losing people here. The underground match, you go back to the state you were in. So these two dudes will come back to life. All 3Ds. The Butterfly Singer is always like okay. Focus Mitts, we're not really doing crit stuff. Like the only person who really does crit stuff is a dentist. Let's go championship belt. Mute just got 30% attack power, it's nice. Okay, dude, sure. I also just noticed we're 5 different families. I didn't really do that on purpose, but that makes the sensitivity training relic we can get really good. It gives 5% attack power per family. That'd be really nice to see. Just stack up mutant dudes for a while. We got like a couple of their relics, and mutant dudes are pretty good to stack up. Just get a bunch of footballs on the board. I feel like the least important dude right now is probably the druid. Druid's kind of been like, we'll pick one up though, but he's kind of been like superseded by the cave dude. Cave dude's just like a better version of him, right? Better damage, probably a little less survivability, but not really enough for it to be a problem. Bear Grill, like fine, but I think Vault is just too good. So, right, we have 90 rounds left, so this is gonna want to trigger 13.5 times on average from here. Should be typically like several $1,000s by the end of the run. We just got it pretty cheap, so. Dentist, okay, dude, good dentist, sure. We can lose this. I don't love losing this, but mouthwash is very good. Mouthwash makes the dentist use his Novocaine at the start of combat. And also when he uses his Novocaine, he heals, so he suddenly becomes like an off healer. He'll help with the healing a bit when he gets this. He already has a retainer as well, which is healing every second on dudes who have Novocaine. So dentist is suddenly can probably start like out healing the mutant when we get this relic. Oh, we got the vault there, that's good. If you look at the health bars as well, if you see the blue at the bottom of the health bars, that signifies there's foofballs on the dude. And the foofballs are what the mutant makes, and it heals them when they take damage. So if you see a bunch of blue on the bottom of the health bar, that's a pretty good sign you're kind of like over healing and surviving pretty easily. Like we have none right now, they're kind of doing suppressor, but see as they start to die, gathering us some foofballs. I've had some teams that just went so crazy with like healing and damage reduction stuff that just like their people's entire health bars were foofballs. That's always fun to me. Pyre, this is pretty good. This is the main thing that makes cave dudes pretty tanky. 15% toughness is a good amount. second part I don't really care about too much. Like, planning on losing dudes is not usually the best strategy, but sure, like people start dying, they start throwing rocks. It's fine. We go Cave Dude. That just mentions like a better version of the Druid. Okay, this is kind of important. This will make Druid more useful. Is it pretty easy to win every time? Depends who you ask. Like, some people are complaining the game's too hard. But on tier 3, I don't think it's actually that hard. If you... Thing is, it depends on like how much you're like trying to like explore and have fun, and how much you're trying to like kind of try hard like I am. If you're tryharding and you know the game well, I don't think it's too hard to win it most of the time. Take this. But also I'm 7-3, so that's 70% win rate, which is good, I think. But pretty far from 100%, right? Not like on tier 3, these aren't freebies. It's a bit challenging, I guess. So somewhere in the middle. It's not free, but it's not super hard in the hardest difficulty. I wouldn't mind if they added like a tier 4, tier 5. Let's see. Toughness, cleave, attack power, crit chance, max HP, run speed. Max HP, run speed could go in like the knight. He has reasons for max HP, which is just because he's tanking. Attack power, crit chance. This definitely could go on the dentist, right? He has reasons for crit chance. Otherwise, we put this on like Cave Dude because he's just doing a bunch of damage. Put it on Druid because he has reasons for crit. He has this thing right here. When he crits, he starts gaining attack power. Toughness and cleave. I don't love this one. I think I'm just like doing this on the Druid or this on the dentist. I think this is the best one of the three, regardless. And put on dentist. We need to get his crit relic, but yeah, it's still pretty good. Dentist, I think it's just one of our top 3 important dudes, and I tend to just want to put food on the most important dudes. You only get 3 food by the end of the run. So, I had to choose wisely, because 2 of your dudes are going to be missing out. I think, like, we got food on dentist. Yeah, dang. I think the other 2 we probably want food on. Or, taking a beating here, dang. Our 2 we want food on is probably, like, Cave Dude. And, either Mutant or Knight. Okay, get some dudes. 67 goats shouldn't be a problem. Okay, Mutant, Cave Dude. I think we go Mutant for now. Still like our main healer. And I kind of want to keep the 30% attack power on him. Ion Storm, Plot Armor. Both these could be grabbed. They're both like okay. I think we just reroll. Pumpkin Latte, that's pretty good. Reroll once, don't really need the Heart Boxers. Air Mace, Viral Load. Viral Load, this is pretty good. We got so many mutants. 4 foofballs per mutant, so we get 36 foofballs right now at the beginning of combat with their 30% more attack power. It's like, makes us pretty safe for the first couple seconds of combat. You see a bunch of foofballs on the bars. That's like some guaranteed healing if people lose health right off the bat. Right at the start of the battle, so yeah, it's a pretty good hit finding this. And this, I kind of like breezed over this, but this is pretty good as well. That like makes your health potions a lot better, and cuts their price in half. Mutants are important, but we're kind of lacking knights a little bit. Okay, get a fairy ring back, a bear hug back. Get Skull Drum and Mouthwash. That's 2 very good relics. Skull Drum is like infinite scaling for our Cave Dude, we don't care about too much now. He's probably only gonna get like a couple stacks per fight, but Mouthwash will be very good now, and this will be very good later. That's good. Yeah, we're stacking up footballs like crazy now. Like a third of everybody's health bar was footballs. And then it's actually out-healed the mutant, which is not surprising because basically just had footballs waiting around, not doing anything. So it's a good sign. We're kind of like ahead of the curve, I think. Like, if mutant's not using his footballs, that means we're kind of having an easy time. Let's see. Let's get Cave Dude, sure. A nuke went off? Okay. It only takes 2 codes this early, but that's still pretty unlikely, I think. Go for 141. On Endless? That's optimistic, I think. Maybe, but this isn't like the best team lineup, I think. It's like a solid one, but we had a pretty crazy one for the run that went to 135. That was a boss battle that was like half paying attention. Okay, this is pretty good as like a backup plan. It like revives Cave Dude if he dies once per battle. And then he and then they get stronger, doing more damage as well. The other two kind of stink. Power Siphon's got potential, but I don't think we really need it right now. Like this. Ghillie Suit, bad credit, scrubs. Ghillie Suit could go on like Druid. Right. I might just do that and just save these dice for later on. Because Ghillie Suit's like good enough, I think. Like all 3 of these effects, crit chance, attack power, and then can't be cleaved. Pretty good for the Druid. He should be pretty tanky not being able to get cleaved. He has reasons for crit chance with this trinket, relic, and the attack power is just like fine. Yeah, like not a lot of enemies are gonna be cleaving for a bit, but the enemies that do cleave, like elephants, gorillas, horses, suddenly he can't be cleaved and he's just gonna survive pretty easily in battle. It also alleviates healing pressure off our healers, right? Because he's not gonna take much damage. I feel like Ghillie Suit is one of the more underrated trinkets by people. I don't see people pick it very often when I watch people play, and I feel like it's one of the best. It's one of the best trinkets in my opinion on like any dude who needs crit chance. Druid, ninja, samurai. There's like a couple others maybe they could use it as well. Here's a gorilla. Should be okay. Yeah, we got so much football stacked up. It's fine. A nuke went off? Okay. Kind of overkill, but... Dentist or Knight? We're pretty good at Dentist for now. Let's take a Knight. Half full glass. This is pretty good. It heals you up when you go below half. Can't really complain about that. Bloody Talisman, Force Field. Force Field is good if you have like any reason for deflection. It's just like good in general, because sure, deflection is not the best defensive stat, but it's like 30% is a lot. But we have like no reason for deflection is the thing, so I don't think I'm taking that. I think I'll just take the Bloody Talisman. Like getting up to 20% attack speed on everyone in longer battles, very nice. And we get like a bunch of random heals going out between Dentist and the Mutant Dude. We get the Mega License and the Cave Dude, there'll be even more like healing activations. We get Druid, sure. He's got the ghillie suit. He's like decent now. This is the second time they asked for the fairy ring this run. Yeah. We lost a couple of regular dudes, but whatever. Unicorn and gooses. Just start stampeding or whatever. We should be fine though. The vault went off a lot. I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes maybe. Okay, I'm back. I think it was a couple months, so like I said. Kangaroos and horses, sure. Got a knight and 2 regular dudes. Hopefully they come back in a couple rounds, we don't lose anybody else in the meantime. Sure, more Dentist. They got the friendship bracelet, and they're just like a good unit, or dude in general, but... running out of money, but might as well train up all our dudes. Bunch of knights, good amount of druids, a couple Dentists. See. No one's really standing out in damage. Makes sense. Kind of balanced on the rocks right now. Or Dentist, sure. Would have been okay to get. Okay, health potion. At half price was pretty good. I think we're good on Doogies for now. Like 5 is kind of where I want to be at. Yeah, shrimp's a little scary there. more knights. Ooh, tax break. Bear down would be cool. I think the one that's definitely not being picked is Ion Storm. I feel like Bob Lightning is still not even that great, even with this thing. 20% HP, right close to it right now. It's been 10,000, so it's 20% HP, or like Druids can revive on 10-second cooldown. And they enter bear form, which is cool, but this is too good, I think. Tax break. Hopefully that 20% HP should give us like a solid buffer where we don't just suddenly die over like half a second. Lifesteal, healing received, Skeleton summoned. Lifesteal's just not that great right now. We don't have Vampire or anything. This is Smuggler dude, so he's getting a relic from the Undead family that we don't have any Undead. I think I'm just taking this, the Mentamori. It's a pretty good one. The other two are just like, bleh. Lifesteal is usually only good for the Vampire team, in my experience. It's like an okay stat, but 5% is a pretty low number, so. Okay, I think we're getting our dudes back either this round or next round. Yeah, we're getting back now. Okay. Get 10 more dudes. I wish I had a jobs ad right there. Would have got back like 5 extra dudes on average. There's just some rounds you really want to get early. Like, Vault is one of them that we have. You might get coupons if you got like an employed family member. Getting the jobs ad as well. I think jobs ad is employed family, right? Yeah, so jobs ad and like coupon are two very important relics to me, and it's part of the reason I think employed family is kind of obnoxiously strong. They got a couple other decent relics as well, but those two just make you a lot of money and a lot of dudes. Buckler, Living Well, yeah, let's not take those. With sensitivity training, I mentioned this earlier. We got 5 families right now. This is kind of big. Bear Mace. We don't care about the Druid too much, but we do have 13 of them. This is doing decent bit extra damage, and direct hits will make him get into bear form quicker. So I think it's like good enough to pick up. Sure. Kind of slacking on the cave dudes though. They're a least prevalent dude. Probably need to change that. We need to keep them like just under the mutant dudes in number, I think, and then just pray for a medical license, and then go all in on cave dudes. That tends to be the strategy I go for if I can do it. Nice. Bear Rock is a very good relic. It like activates a decent bit during the early to mid part of the battle, but like late in the battle when everyone's stacked up, you just see like dozens of rocks fly, like per second, because there's so many nearby dudes at that point. It just goes crazy. Sure. Kangaroo, F-Wolf, Snapping Turtles. Shouldn't be a problem, I hope. Okay, here's the boss. I probably should check what the boss was. Sure, mutant. Dental filling, growth hormone. 2 solid rocks. A little bit of, temporary health from the dentist. For a little bit of regen and some healing received and attack power when the people heals. Not really sure which one's better. We do have more mutant dudes, that's something. Keeping them alive with the regen would be nice. And the second part of it's not too bad either. We'll go with that. Can't afford the health potion, unfortunately. Would like to stack them up before the end game. 2 werewolves, 7 wolves. That should be no problem, I think. I'll keep it at 1 time speed in case I'm wrong. Okay, it seems I am wrong. Do that. Yeah, now we're in fear, right? Yeah. Druid's actually doing the most damage. Makes sense. We have like a few Druid relics. And he's got the ghillie suit as well, so. Liquid Courage, not bad. Time Sink would be good if we took the Force Field earlier. Take the Liquid Courage. 10% damage reduction is great. Okay, Medical License. This is just dumb. 900 duck-sized horses. If you look at my best runs, like the runs that made the furthest into Endless, I think like of the top 8, 6 of them have Cave Dude with a medical license. I think part of it is just being like, being accustomed to something, you tend to start doing the same thing over and over. But I think part of it is just like, Cave Dudes are just too powerful right now. Medical license is too powerful, so you just combo them together and kind of goes nuts. Heating pad's kind of lame without some extra lifesteal sources. We just go ice bath. Sure, some regen, then some random heals from the regen. Just get as many cave dudes as we can. Hopefully surpass the mutant dudes in number soon. That way they snag the 30% attack power for the championship belt here. So, yeah, see what I mean at the end there? Like this spare rock, when everyone's gathered up together, destroy like 100 rocks in a second. Grab a Druid. Druid's doing most of our damage. Can't be clean with the ghillie suit. It's like suddenly one of our better dudes. A nuke went off again? Nuking Rams is a little overkill. They're not exactly the heart's enemy. Shield belt. This is fine. 15% deflection for the whole team, for the whole fight. Like amazing. For anyone who doesn't know, deflection works. So what it does is it cuts the damage in half that you receive and redirects it to someone healthier than the person who deflected. So it doesn't like negate the damage like a block or evasion would. But it does reduce it and redirect it to someone who's healthy. So it tends to redirect it to like your tank, like a Knight's here in this case. It's like a decent stat. 15% is kind of a lot. It's 1 out of every 6 hits or so. There's a lot of hits going out in these short battles. Dentist, mutant, dentist. Sure. I think mutant's gonna be ignored pretty much for a while. He was basically plan A. Now we're on to the second part of the plan, which is just go nuts with cave dudes. Okay. More cave dudes here. dental filling. It's not bad. Take it. Yeah, I know they mentioned that they're gonna do 1.1 in like within a couple months is the plan, and I don't mind that because it's content takes a while to make, right? Like new dudes and stuff like that. I really hope they add like a balance patch in the meantime. Some things are just too strong that you kind of just need to lean towards them, and it makes runs too samey. I mean, for anyone who's like new to the game or just plays it casually for like a couple hours or something, it's not going to be a problem. But someone who just like nerds out on the game like me, it's kind of like if Slay the Spire just had like a few broken cards and you need to like get them every time you see them. Kind of takes away the fun from like choosing cards, right? In this case, like choosing dudes and trinkets. There's just kind of something that stand out pretty well right now. Crit chance, evasion, crit chance. Okay. Attack speed, run speed. Do like this on Cave Dude, more bungas go out. The run speed is a little helpful. I think our main damage dealer, main healer. Yeah, let's do this. He's like tanky enough that I don't really care for like getting like toughness or max HP on him, I think. Make him do more damage. That's 60% extra attack power with the championship belt and captain's hat, so. I haven't really been checking the stats after each round. I usually only start checking stats late in the end game when the build's kind of formed a bit. But let's see. Well, this doesn't really count because the druids activated nuclear codes. But among everyone else, the Cave Dude's easily doing the most DPS. Okay. Yeah, actually the druids beat him out. A little surprising. Why is that? Like the ghillie suit's part of the reason why. I actually have more Cave Dude relics than druid relics. I guess the bear mace has a good bit of damage. Ghillie suit's pretty good, but still surprising. I thought the Cave Dudes would be doing better than that. Especially with the 60% attack power we have on them. Chest plate. It's like fine. A lot of the hits are going to start doing 5% or more of his health. Just use the but's temporary health. It makes them easier to heal him. Yeah, sure. Air grill. I can afford them anyway, but haven't had to use a dude juice in a while, which is a good sign. Kind of been just sticking with 5 for a while. Prioritize Cave Dudes over everything. We do want more Strange Spores and health potions before the end of the run. Before like round 110, 115. Because those rounds, unless the team is just amazing at that point, I tend to need several consumables for those fights. I think I've taken out the tier 3 boss like once or twice without a consumable used. Those were like really high roll runs. How many floof balls we have? Like 2/3 of everybody's health bar was a floof ball. I had the same thing. Everything was a trinket until I looked at the wiki and wait, relic. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. What the heck? Getting like weirdly lucky with these nukes. It's like the 3rd or 4th ones went off, and like 2 of them went off in like the 1st second. Starting to wonder if I'm going to finish this 50 set of runs I kind of committed to. Because everything's looking so samey that this word is like a boring viewing experience, right? Because every run is just cave dude with medical license. Which impairment main damage source, because that's the dumb stuff I do. Yeah, I should probably be doing stuff like that more often, just like theory crafting random builds and having fun. Instead, I'm just doing Dr. Bunga, as you put it, every run. And it's working, but a little boring. Like, I'm using like the same 10 dudes every run. Like, a couple of them being pretty common as well. Tiny mirror, force field, caboose. All three of these are takeable, honestly. I have a lot of dice, but I don't think I'm skipping any of these three. Take the caboose, I think. Knight's suddenly pretty tanky. We've got decent rock on him, decent rock on him, decent rock on him, so we could probably spend a bunch of dice here re-rolling. What do we want, though? What do you think about this? Mutant dude, I think could use, like, bad credit. Maybe a neck brace or something, so he's, like, a little tankier. There's respect if you're going for win streaks, but agreed. Challenge runs to spice things up, keep things fun for yourself is good. Yeah, I mean, I'm also playing off stream, and then, just, like, kind of goofing around or, like, multitasking when I do it. But maybe I should just, like, throw in some random, like ensemble runs or, like, something. Doesn't really count towards the 50 games or something, but just, have some fun. These three, like Shiv, a mutant dude, could be pretty good, right? Because his direct damage can create a foofball, extra random direct damage hits with the Shiv. So like foofball galore, pretty much. Random political explanations, that's good. I subbed to YouTube channels that just because people talk like that. Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. I try to like explain my thought process as I'm playing, because yeah, I just like I don't feel like I'm not like the most like entertaining person. I think like, I'm not like I'm a pretty chilled guy, so like if I'm gonna appeal to anyone, it's gonna be from analytical gameplay and like decent strategy, I think. But I'm thinking the Shiv here makes sense with the mutant. I think it's like good enough not to re-roll. Just click and yell text. Yeah, there are definitely some channels that they just click things, even in strategy games. Some people play strategy games like they're an action game, just like they're speed running. Hold on one second, what's up? You have like a thought on the trinkets here or something? Does the one mutant relic proc on any dash, or just the one caused by foofball? You talking about the overactive amygdala? This one? It says he dashes away and then gains attack power for the rest of the battle. It doesn't say like, and when he dashes, he gains attack power. So this wording would seem to indicate it only procs from the relic itself, right? Yeah, it's not exactly clear, but I don't think this will proc from ADHD. I mean, we could just test it out. I think this run's strong enough we could like experiment a little bit. I don't think this is gonna activate from it. Just from the wording. Put on my science list if you don't. Yeah. You could do that and report back, I guess. I think I'm just going Shiv on the mutant now. And then what's the last item we want on the knight? Let's probably think about it for a bit while we're just like autopiloting some battles. Like neck brace, socialism, and like folding chair, I think are my top 3 right off the bat. Not sure which one is the best. Folding chair isn't like amazing, but it does suddenly make knight like decent damage. He's a lot of HP. Neck brace is maybe the worst of the three I just mentioned, because neck brace, right, I mean, he kind of is pretty tanky already, so I don't think the actual, like, second portion, the temporary health, is going to activate very often. Any sort of multi-attack or cleave does make him taunt more with bagpipes. That's true. So you could even put, like, a baseball bat on him if you're confident he has no survivability issues. Baseball bat, we already have a shiv, right, so can't put shiv on him, so, like, baseball bat. What else is there? Like random attacks. The folding chair is a random attack. It's just not a lot of them, right? Because it's only like a 20 or 30% chance from each hit. But it would help. It would hit pretty hard, and it would proc bagpipe sometimes. The folding chair. Maybe folding chair is one of the better ones. People put on trooper dudes, and it was actually stupid good. I could see that because with their what's it called? Yeah, I forget the name of the relic, but the relic that 2-second cooldown, they can do orbital strike with a crit, and the baseball bat, if I'm not mistaken, does guaranteed a crit, right? The turret looking one, yeah, I forget what it's called. Spray and pray. Yeah, spray and pray. Spray and pray is pretty good. 2-second cooldown, so basically like auto activate it every time baseball bat goes off. So get like 1,000,000 orbital strikes out. The only issue I have with that is, one, I don't think Trooper Dude's in that good spot right now, and he's a little squishy, so I don't know how much I love the idea of putting like a damage trinket on him, but yeah, I feel like he just might like fall over and like Kill and God War fight. It would depend on the team you have with them. If you have some like decent damage reduction, like a Dentist or Paladin or something, maybe just put like baseball bat on him. He just like carries the team in damage. That could be probably pretty good. You do have the one relic that resurrects him every 10 seconds. Yeah, it's just that 10 seconds is kind of a long time in this game. Like honestly, like I've had a lot of fights where it's like you have a bunch of dudes who have the 10-second revive thing, and it's just like, sure, you get like 100, 200 saves in the fight, but then everyone dies like 30 seconds into combat anyway. I would say the best thing he has is that one thing, I think this shock helmet that gives him a little bit of toughness. He's not like the squishiest damage dealer. I think Trooper Dude's just kind of like mediocre. He's not like the worst, but he's far from the best. He's just like fine. Like there's some dudes in my head that I would buff and some that I would nerf. He might be one of the few that's like the one of the good amount that I just probably wouldn't touch at all. But he's just like fine. Yeah, probably should have done some math there. Yeah, just shy of getting another relic. Whatever. The whole thing is trying to make everyone broken in at least one niche scenario. Even Medic. No, that's impossible with Medic. Medic doesn't do anything. They mess up the code, he just doesn't do anything. He's so terrible. Meh? Sure. I actually don't know why Medic is so bad. Like on paper, you would think his ability would be pretty good. Like damage equals healing. It's kind of like Medical License, right? Just get him to do a bunch of damage, and then suddenly he's doing a bunch of damage and a bunch of healing. But it just doesn't start Shovel Cleave to be good enough. Yeah, I can see that. And then maybe get like a Necro dude with them, so you just have like a bunch of dead Skeleton dudes. Right? I could see building a team around Medic to make him okay. It's just like one of those things where it's like Cave Dude with Medical License is just outperforming that every time. He's just like a worse version of that. And trying to think what can make Medic shine, maybe? Medic, he's got like a couple things that are decent. Like was like the medical bag, he heals like half the damage he takes if it's a big hit. Like decent. I think he gets temporary health with certain teammates when he heals them, right? Like his certain relic. Medic doesn't have a killer relic. Yeah, just like a bunch of like okay relics. I think he is by far the worst healer, and I think the second place worst healer is probably Cleric. I've heard some people say Cleric is good, but I don't know why they think that. Cleric vs Cowboy makes them better. What interaction is there that I'm not thinking of? Like Cleric I've barely used, past like gold starring him. Cowboy I've used a little bit, so like I know Cowboy gives like toughness with his moonshine, so suddenly the Cleric can survive a bit. Cowboy groups people up, so I guess Cleric kind of wants people to be grouped up with his heal, right? Is that the theory? Like if you're grouping people up a bit more, Cleric is suddenly actually healing. Yeah. So he heals like title drop. Let me think. Yeah, like stack up a bit, and then yeah, he has that one relic. I think it's like for every dude in the radius, he gets like 5% cooldown reduction on his next heal. So if like like 10 dudes in the heal, I think it caps out like he's healing twice as often. Having the cooldown, then granting evasion is fine. Yeah. Not great, but fine. Yeah, I agree. It's, like, if I was to do the balance in the game, I think I would, like, maybe slightly buff Cleric. Not sure how I'd do it right off the top of my head, but he's not, like, as in need of buffs as the Medic. He's still just, he needs a little bit of love, I think. He's just not that great. I feel like I never pick up Cleric in these tier 3 runs. Encounter, Power Siphon. Sure, Instant Counter's fine. Power Siphon, I don't feel like looking through our rocks to figure out. I haven't been paying attention to battle too much, so like, I'll just pick this up. I don't know how much temporary health we're getting, but also save a little bit of money and just keep re-rolling for stuff on sale. There we go. Mediocre. I'm on sale. I have a lot of dice. I can kind of just re-roll. See stuff on sale. More mediocre. A lot of mediocre stuff left, I think. Great Helm, I think it's like good enough to buy full price. Reroll once or twice more. Paradigm, I wish it was on sale, but I'll take it. Death Rattle, Beam Burrito, nah. Pad Helmet's good enough. We're gonna get thrown a lot in the end of the game here, so. And, like, nothing's showing up on sale. This is fine. I think I'll save the rest. I don't want to use all my dice. I'll save a little bit for the trinket. And, maybe restock once. 50 is pretty cheap. Hidden Daggers at full price. Just out of respect to KC, I'm gonna pick this up. The Cleave Leveler. I think Cleave is, like, meh, but like, we do have dudes that, like, if they do direct damage, like, he goes to bear form, he does his Novocaine, he gets a foofball, so, I mean, we do have reasons for Cleave. I mean, it's, like, good on its own, just does extra damage, but yeah, you usually want, like, some direct damage, reasons for direct damage to get a bunch of Cleave. Trophy Necklace is pretty good, right? Suddenly, our cave dude's pretty tanky. Fedora. I did not mention Fedora as one of the relics we could put in the night, but he would have 16 stacks right now, right? 8 crowds is just a flat DPS boost. Yeah, that's true. Like, almost half the hits are hitting an extra person, which is pretty good. I still think the most important use of it is just, like, rocking footballs, getting him into bear form quicker, getting Novocaine injection. It's the damage is okay. Getting them to do their stuff is more important, I think. Can we put Fedora on the knight? Seems like fine. That or folding chair. I don't think crazy straws going in tonight. I think I'll just do folding chair. Folding chair, you mentioned earlier, it's true that with bagpipes he taunts with just direct damage sometimes. And got a pretty good HP pool right now, 750. So let's just gonna hit for like 220. You don't like the way crit works with cleave? Why how's it work? Can like cleave not crit, or is there some weird interaction? Or does it like, or is it like weird in the sense of like maybe if you crit the main target, everybody else gets critted, and vice versa? If you don't crit, either crit every cleave based on your initial attacks, there isn't a chance per damage instance. Yeah, that's what I was guessing is what you're gonna say. That makes sense. It makes sense in the coding aspect. It's probably simpler to code that way. You can't use cleave to fish for crits. Yeah. That is kind of lame for like anything that like needs crits frequently. Or like on a consistent basis, like the Purple Heart. Right, because you get a bunch of crits in a chunk, and then maybe not crit for a couple times. Trying to make Samurai busted. Yeah. I could see like giving them cleave, and then every instance of cleave having a chance to crit would make them kind of obnoxious, actually. Because then like suddenly they'd be hitting so many targets and have like a very consistent crit chance of hitting multiple targets. That'd be pretty crazy. Like, it'd be weird that their crit chance would remain the same, but it would just be more consistent, which would make them a little scarier. In the demo, you just have 3 samurais and you stack generals, easy win. Really? Did they change something about them? Purple Heart is fine. Just mentioned this one, so decent. We got like some crit chance across the board, right? 10 to 31%. Yeah. Could be a good amount of temporary health. Venom Gland is fine. I think it's on sale. Don't really need those. Brilliant Smile is good enough to buy for full price, I think. Buy 1 Dew Juice. 7's like a good amount. Should be fine with this. Good amount of health potions and Strange Spores. Let's do this. I don't think we should have to use a consumable in this fight. We hope that's true. Yeah, he is just getting demolished. Demo version, you could get Samurai to have 100% crit with General, and they would never stop dashing and killing everything. Since they were also taunting, the enemies would just keep trying to catch them. I'm guessing in the demo, they didn't have crit as a diminishing return then? Or was it like... either that, or like, the crit General provide was at a higher number, maybe? Has to be something like that. Because I don't see why that strategy wouldn't still work. General Radio didn't have a stack limit. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that's something I didn't consider. I kind of forgot that thing has a stack limit. Because I'm not used to trying the cheesy strats where you, like, stack a buff, like, infinite times on a couple dudes. Evasion, attack speed, reflection block, max HP, cleave. Max HP cleave on our knight. He's got the folding chair. He's got the folding chair. Cleave is like fine. He'll get more bagpipe activations like you mentioned. The max HP makes him very tanky, and then yeah, it's like folding chair people to death. He's fine. I'm actually gonna check out this battle how much folding chair did. It probably won't do too much this battle. I don't think overkill damage is counted in the like the damage meters afterwards. And folding chair is probably overkill damage here. It's not enough overkill damage. It's still half his damage. He's still like the second best damage dealer, mostly because of folding chair. Blacksmith's hammer's helping out a little bit. Giant Meese. They reworked Swift Strike? Oh, in what way? Druid, Dentist. Good Dentist, I guess. Sure. Remember the exact change, but the dash keyboard didn't exist. Ah. Cage Tiger, Ancient Sword. This is like okay. They're actually okay together, right? Because this summons a fair amount of Skell dudes. And this will basically just give us 20% crit chance at all times, as long as Skell dudes died within the last 3 seconds. Belligerent Parrot, are we taunting enough for this to even help? Well, let me type earlier when you guys were talking about Cleric, kind of silly that burgers heal more than religion. Yeah. Burgers are OP in this game. Universal healthcare. Oh, double click by accident. I didn't see anything on sale the first time. It's completely fine. Plot armor, Ring of Shielding is pretty good with medical license in my opinion. So get dude juice. Just get out of here. Save 200. Yeah, I feel like clerics and medics you would think would be like the top 2 healers, just like based upon the way they sound. You would think they'd be like the most healing focused dudes. And they're probably just like the 2 worst at healing output of the healer focused dudes. I think we're completely fine with that consumable here. We have like an entire bar of food pulse. Okay. Bunga is so good in this fight, now that I think about it. Yeah. With, Rush. We have this, relic. I wasn't even paying attention. We have this relic. This relic. And the Spare Rock kind of goes nuts as well, because you stack up, and all the dudes start throwing rocks near you. Skull Drum is pretty good. Yeah, Cave Dude is just obnoxious. Lost a dude. Now we've got like perma crit chance, I hope, with the Skull Dudes. Just a Bunga skill isolated. The Cave Dude as a whole is crazy, yeah. Probably Rotting Stake here, right? Not really planning on people dying. Hopefully, lifesteal's kind of meh. Rotting Stake's pretty good here. Oh, KC, in case you're wondering, I just started streaming How Many Dudes like a few days ago. I think you might have been in there for like the first stream or 2. But, my main game that I stream is actually Slay the Spire 2. Streamed that a bunch. I just got a little bored with Slay the Spire 2, and my secondary game was, the Bazaar. I got a little bored with like both of them for a bit. I just kind of like overplayed them, which I'm kind of doing with How Many Dudes right now. So, might go back to those games at some point because I haven't really played them much in the last month. Oh, you get a Barrel Ward relic. Relic. What the heck? Emote. Dental Explorer. I'm on like autopilot. Well, Ironclad cosplay. Really? Interesting. Do like a picture? May have played some Spire 1. Yeah. Ironclad was probably my most played in Spire 1. Second was probably Silent. This is fine. He's critting like a decent bit, I think. 23%. We'll get some more Novocaine out pretty quick. Gas flute, sure. Why do I keep double clicking? Smelling salts? Nah, this is like fine. Get the Godlord fight. Oh, don't send the link in chat though. I didn't set this up myself, but something about something I set up in the stream, it just automatically bans you. Well, not bans you, but it times you out for like a minute or two if you send any links. And I am too dumb and not tech savvy enough to figure out how to change that setting. Because I'm not sure where it's located. I don't know. Oh no. There you go. Timed out for like 7 minutes? No. How do I untime him out? I have no idea how to untime him out. Oh well. Sorry about that. I guess I didn't get the warning out quick enough. Also, this fight is silly. We have a lot of food balls and a lot of temporary health right now. I haven't used any consumables in the first phase. It was really easy. I need to look into that setting. I mean, I don't really want people sending links in the chat. But at the same time, like, most of the people are going to send links, like, are consistent viewers, so you kind of trust them. Let's see. He just messaged me. Or he or she, I don't really know. Yeah, KC. Send the link through, assuming you're still watching if you message, send the link through the direct message on Twitch. I assume would go through there. I'll just check it out there. Yeah. Check it out in a second. I want to focus on this battle for a second, even though I don't think we need to use any consumables. I kind of want to see if we can get through without a consumable just for the heck of it. Yeah, completely fine. What the heck? We were like, had an obnoxious amount of food balls and temporary health. This runs more of a high roll than I thought it was. That's pretty cool cosplay. Where is it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the eyes on the mask. It's pretty good. It's got some good detail as well. The sword's pretty epic as well. Did you, I can't really ask you a question without you having to message directly, but kind of wondering, did you do the cosplay, like make all the stuff yourself, or did you get like some help? We'll continue here, sure. Oh, really? The thing is, your name stops showing up in chat after you're timed out, so I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, like all your messages get deleted. It says it's automated by Stream Elements, so I'll check out Stream Elements after this. See if I can remove this auto link timing out thing. Yeah, I don't see your name in here. What's this? Another... Nice. Did you, Yeah, I thought that looked similar. I was wondering if it was a new picture. This run's more of a high roll than I thought it was. We're having like no issue with Godler and some of these rounds right after. We don't like the most amount of consumables, but we definitely had less at this point in the game. Go more dentists, sure. Dentists are pretty important. Are we missing like any major relics? Bear Grill, Bareback. Like these 4, don't really need. These 5, kind of want the trench coat. Full time be nice. Lieutenant Sigil, pretty good, right? Put in the Druid, he scales even more. Dog Tag is cool with scale dudes. There's like maybe 4 or 5 relics I kind of want right now. Oh. Kind of getting owned a little bit there. Kind of lacking damage. Like, we're pretty tanky, but it's taking a while to take these shrimp out. What the heck? Nuke went off. Nice. Use some more knights, I think. I feel like this relic here, the Cage Tiger, is one of those very hit or miss relics. Like if you have Skeledudes and you have dudes that benefit from crit chance, this is like the best relic ever. But if you don't have that, it's kind of like, eh. Like waiting for roster dudes to get knocked out so you get like a crit chance for a few seconds. It's just not the best strategy. If you have Skeledudes, the thing kind of just goes crazy. Tent Sigil, sure. Vertigo Mandate, I'll take it on sale, sure. Bunch of dice, keep re-rolling until you see something on sale. I don't expect to go too much further with Endless, I'll use all my dice here, sure. What the heck? Yeah, price. Just get out of here now. Consumables are getting pretty expensive. That's pretty chill, I think. Yep, nuke went off. That's cool, the unicorns, right? Then just like clean up work at this point. Okay, this could be the first battle that's a little scary. You're back. Nice. Yeah, so I was kind of curious, did you now you're back in chat, did you make the cosplay yourself or did you get some help? Assuming that's not the type of thing you could buy online, right? Because I don't think Ironclad cosplay is gonna be so in demand that you could like buy it online. Made it. Big help was my buddy. Provided the woodworking equipment. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Kind of got owned there for a second. So I think where we're most vulnerable in this run is just during the first few seconds. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I was gonna say like until we get like a bunch of Novocaine injections and laughing gas stacks because of that. The eyes were LED. They also can turn purple for corruption mode. Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought the eyes looked like one of the better features of the cosplay. Kind of stood out. That and the sword. Sword was pretty cool. I'm not like super into cosplay, but I check out like stuff usually like developers release. Like a lot of developers, like by developers, will show like cool cosplay, stuff like that. During their like posts. But I don't usually seek out cosplaying stuff. Probably because I have like probably like too much social anxiety to just go out in public to like and like conventions and stuff like that where you see a lot of cosplaying. Made was from Isaac. Made Isaac's knife and Guppy. But reading the description, I don't know if you're into Isaac. Why? Because it's anti-Christian. I think Isaac's like fine. I've watched it a bit. Wasn't really my type of game. I think it's got like some demonic imagery kind of thing, right? Like satanic imagery. I think Isaac I've seen. But I don't necessarily avoid games if they have that sort of stuff, as long as it's not like. I didn't know the game well enough if it's got like, if it's like overtly satanic, probably would avoid it. But just got like random imagery. It's like whatever. Like people just do that because they think it's cool to put in their game. I don't mind. Like there's a couple games I play. Serum Ultimate has like some random like satanic like what do you call it? Like pentagrams in the game and stuff. I don't really care. It's very overtly anti-Christian and demonic imagery. Oh, I see, like overtly anti-Christian. Okay. I mean, it would still depend on whether I played or not. I just tend to avoid like crude games, like games with nudity, excessive swearing, things like that. Overtly anti-Christian. I wonder what that specifically means as far as the gameplay goes, though. There's Isaac's mother believing God is talking to her and has to kill Isaac, and yeah, McMullen games are all that. Yeah, a little weird. Alright, we're out of dice. No, we're out of dice. I'm like mostly paying attention to you in chat, and so I'm barely paying attention to this run actually at this point. But we're making it decently far. Probably pop a strange spore here. We got a bunch of strange spores and health potions. The problem is we have like no dude juice left. I would just want to keep popping strange spores and health potions out of like caution, and hopefully like a nuke takes these guys out. Okay, there we go. That's not a great start to the battle. This might be the end. Like, no dude juice, we lost like 20 dudes. Yeah, I was just checking your message. Yeah, it's gonna be, I was 2 to 5 seconds into round, like now? Like when we lost like 22 2 seconds in? Yeah. We saw our mutant dudes, like they're not our main hero, our cave dude is, but now we're starting to lose cave dudes as well. This is over. I like try to win it, but yeah, I'm just like throwing consumables at these guys and they're just still falling. Druids are the last dudes alive. Not too surprising. Druids are kind of tanky for like a damage roll. So we got to 126. It's like a little above average as far as endless goes for me. Usually ends in like the early 120s for me. So we're 8-3. I forgot to update the title. I'm suddenly feeling a little tired. Well, I was feeling tired for like the last like half hour. And man, these runs are feeling very samey. I'm getting a little bored like playing these same runs. I think I'm just gonna end stream early. Like usually I do 2 or 3 runs, but hour and a half, it's like an okay stream. It's one of my shorter streams, but yeah, see if there's anybody to raid. Just gonna chill for a bit, probably go get a coffee or something. See if there's anybody to raid. Probably do the same category. Is there anybody streaming this game right now? Captain Potato. I never tuned into his stream, but let's just assume he's cool and raid him. I've seen you in a bunch of How Many Dudes streams anyway, so you probably would just go to his stream anyway if I didn't raid. Casey. So let's raid him. I'll catch you guys later. I think it's just like Casey and Gracie, so I'll see you two later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
The Spuds. Welcome to the community as a whole. It was a pleasure meeting you today. Nixora, I see you. Ben, I don't see you as well. I do appreciate